Then, now, forever. Together.
This is the capital of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, home to more than 7 million people. It's the largest city in the kingdom. Riyadh is a bustling, modern metropolis. We'll spend the next 2 days in Kingdom Arena, a state-of-the-art facility that has housed international football matches, heavyweight boxing title fights, and now WWE. The second city saint is in Riyadh. CM Punk is looking for his first world title win in WWE in 14 years. Punk has never won a match at the Night of Champions event and hopes to end that drought tomorrow. Sami Zayn, his obsessive quest to win his first world title will be put on hold for a bit as he looks to deal with the annoying devil on his shoulder, Karrion Kross, tomorrow at Night of Champions. And the aforementioned Karrion Kross finally got Sami Zayn to snap. Kross getting what he wants. Now a chance to get Sami to embrace the dark side. And she's the enforcer of the Judgment Day. Rekindles a red-hot rivalry tomorrow as she looks to take out the Eradicator once and for all. But Rhea Bloody Ripley has other ideas. It's a street fight. No rules, anything goes. As we welcome you tonight to Night of Champions Kickoff live.
The journey is long. The path is hard. But the destination, distant, eternal, gleaming, is somehow clear. Getting here is framed by a question and shaped by a fight. But maybe the fight isn't the hardest part. Maybe it's what you carry that's even heavier. Not just the strength and will or the grit and belief, it's the other things. The pressure of expectation, the weight of opportunity, the burden of doubt, and the simple, central, unyielding question: are you enough?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, outside Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, it's 112 degrees, but WWE fans are filing inside the arena for Friday Night SmackDown later tonight. And now, the Night of Champions Kickoff Show. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Riyadh. You guys are live to the world right now. Are you all ready for Friday Night SmackDown tonight? Are you guys ready to kick things off for Night of Champions tomorrow? Tomorrow, for what will most likely be the final time. The culmination of one of the great rivalries in WWE, the undisputed WWE Championship on the line, John Cena against CM Punk. Tomorrow we are also going to crown a brand new king and queen of the ring. And if you win this tournament, you head to SummerSlam in a couple of months with an opportunity at a world championship. So much on the line at Night of Champions tomorrow. But let's get things started tonight with someone you all in Riyadh know very, very well. He is an actor, a comedian, a friend of WWE, Ibrahim Al-Hajjaj.
الرياض عندنا ضيوف الرياض نبغى نسمعهم كيف في الرياض بس تسوي أكبر نويس في العالم WWE في الرياض والله يمدينا نسوي شيء أقوى ويروح جينيس نبغى نسمع سماك داون و WWE قديش we welcome them here in Saudi Arabia Riyadh! طيب, I'm not going to take long of your time. Tonight, SmackDown, سطار عشان اليوم بيجي جون سينا. وين حقين Let's Go سينا؟ حقين CM Punk؟ طيب, جاهز? Are you guys ready for SmackDown? Are you ready tomorrow for Nights of Champions? Let me hear you, Riyadh. Give it up for Michael Cole!
Thank you very much, Ibrahim.
I think we've been
Enjoy
here
it.
before. We in the ring, but you're on the floor. You never ever should have walked through that door.
Boy, you guys are loud. I can't even hear myself in here. Thank you. You know, families don't always get along, right? I'm sure a lot of you out there have brothers, sisters that you just don't get along with, but they're still family. However, sometimes things break down to the point where perhaps you can't repair it. This is what's going to happen tomorrow night in the match for the United States Championship. Solo Sikoa hopes to bring gold back to his family, to his group. But the man standing in his way is my guest right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the United States champion, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
Yell at me! Yeah! Last time. Okay, I can say yada that me to that, baby. Hey, last time I was here,
it was last year on some family business. But this year, when I come back with this right here, baby. Hey, Solo, I was nothing but loyal to you. Solo, you know it's family over everything. But with you, I'm about to dog walk your ass. Hey. So tonight, and Night of Champions, Solo, you gonna know Jacob Fatu is all gas, no break. Got it, I mean, Fatu!
Ladies and gentlemen, the United States champion, Jacob Fatu. My next guest, you guys know very well. He has been on this quest for many years now to win his first world championship. But tomorrow, a little bump in the road to get there. We're going to talk all about this right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome former multi-time Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn. Well, Sami, welcome, and we all know how important it is for you to be here in Riyadh and able to perform in front of all these unbelievable fans. Sami, let's start with what happened last week. King of the Ring, tournament semifinals, the match against Randy Orton. Tough luck. But again, I know you, known you for a very long time. I don't believe you're ever going to quit until you finally get World Heavyweight Championship gold around your waist. Has this become an obsession for you to finally win a world title in WWE?
Well, Michael, first of all, you're very aware of where we are here. We're here in Riyadh tonight. So obviously, I can't really get into this until I address this. فيا رياض السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالكم؟ الحمد لله على السلامة. الحمد لله على السلامة. Michael, you're absolutely right. You've known me a long time. You know I don't go away that easy. I've said I'm going to win a world championship. I believe in my heart that I will become a world champion. And now, unfortunately for me, I have to deal with this other issue that I've been dealing with for not just weeks, months, and that is Karrion Kross. Tomorrow night, I plan on beating Karrion Kross and putting an end to that once and for all.
Karrion has been like this devil on your shoulder.
Good people of Riyadh, your favorite bad guys have now just entered the building. What do we have here? That's right, the father of all lies, Sami Zayn. You know, Sami, I just want you to understand something. I always targeted you for one simple reason. It's because I believe that you are a liar. I think this whole thing of you being a good guy is a charade because I've seen you do terrible, terrible things to people. And if there's one thing that I hate most in this world, it is a liar. Sami, tomorrow night at Night of Champions, when I am standing across from you, I am going to put my arm through the back of your head. And the referee is going to count 1, 2, 3. And in that moment, I will get the validation that I deserve. Everyone will know I have always told the truth, especially about you, and they will know with great certainty that I am the devil you know, and he is the devil you don't. You see what he did there, Michael? This is what he does. He hides in the shadows, he comes out, whispers a little something in your ear, and then where does he go? He goes back to hiding in the shadows. Karrion Kross wants to talk about being the devil that you know. Astaghfirullah al-Azim. He's gonna find out Sami Zayn doesn't dance with the devil. But I am gonna dance all over his face tomorrow night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sami Zayn. And we invite all of you to visit the Night of Champions Superstore located right outside here at Kingdom Arena. Shop the largest selection of Night of Champions merchandise right here in Riyadh. So again, tomorrow night at Night of Champions, Sami Zayn goes one-on-one with Karrion Kross. Also, tomorrow night, we have a street fight. A renewal of a rivalry that's gone on for a number of years now. It's been rekindled in the past couple of weeks. Two women that cannot stand each other. Ladies and gentlemen, the Eradicator, Rhea Bloody Ripley. And her opponent tomorrow night, representing the Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez.
La ruda, la más ruda.
So I want to remind both Rhea and Raquel that you guys agreed earlier today with General Manager Adam Pearce that there would be no physicality tonight leading up to your match tomorrow at Night of Champions. Tomorrow is a street fight, which means anything goes, no disqualifications, no countouts. You win via pinfall or submission. So I want to start with you, Raquel. You're the one who restarted all of this a number of weeks ago when you cost Rhea Ripley an opportunity to advance in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Why did you decide to go back to try to take out Rhea Ripley?
Listen, Michael, it's not always all about Rhea. Oh, what? You guys think it all has to be about Mamona over there? Shut your mouth right now. That's enough, kids.
So,
behave.
Raquel, if it's not all about Rhea, then why do you continue to try to pick a fight with Rhea?
Michael, I went out there to help my hermanita, my sister Liv Morgan. That had nothing to do with Rhea. Rhea was about to win. I went to help my sister. That's all. I had a reason. What was her reason?
Yeah, what was your reason, Rhea, for making sure Raquel didn't advance?
What was my reason, pendeja? Maybe because you stepped into my business first, huh? How about that? You want to get your little tootsies in my business? I'm going to step into yours, and I'm going to take you well, and you ain't going to win nothing.
You see?
Nothing.
I hope you see this, Michael. Do you see how she makes it all about her? It is not all about you, Rhea.
The funniest thing is, it damn sure is.
After tomorrow, it's going to be about me.
Oh, okay. I know we're not allowed to touch right now, but tomorrow, I'm going to hit you with everything that I got.
Oh, please do.
Ladies. So, ladies, could I ask another couple of questions, or?
Do what you need to do, Cole.
So, I did want to give Raquel some props, however. Back in 2021, Raquel Rodriguez actually met Rhea Ripley in a last woman standing match in NXT, similar to the type of matchup they'll be in tomorrow. And Raquel actually won that matchup over Rhea Ripley, so perhaps she has an advantage going into tomorrow.
And you know what? Tomorrow, history's going to repeat itself when I become the first woman to win the first ever street fight in Saudi Arabia. You're welcome. You're welcome, Riyadh.
But Rhea,
for a treat.
But
Hey Cole, you wanna remind Raquel over here who won the last no holds barred match that we had?
I also want to remind Raquel that victory in Last Woman Standing 4 years ago is the last victory Raquel Rodriguez has had over Rhea Ripley. Rhea, final words. What do you plan to do to Raquel tomorrow night?
Slim Jim table? Y'all really like that Slim Jim table over here. And you know, I think that's a pretty good idea because that sounds like the perfect kind of payback for me since you put me through it last week. So you're getting your ass put through that table tomorrow.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night at Night of Champions, Raquel Rodriguez, Rhea Ripley go one-on-one in a street fight for the first time ever in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
Na 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 na.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rhea Ripley. So again, we were talking about the last woman standing back in 2021. Tonight on Friday Night SmackDown, we have one right here in Riyadh. Tiffany Stratton defending her WWE Women's Championship against Nia Jax. Last woman standing on SmackDown tonight. At Night of Champions tomorrow night, our main event may be the final match in what has been an epic rivalry that has crossed decades here in WWE. All you have to say, CM Punk versus John Cena.
Yin and Yang. Two seemingly opposite forces that in truth complement and interconnect with the other. Two entities in constant flux and transformation, totally interdependent to exist. John Cena and CM Punk. Yin and Yang.
From West Newbury, Massachusetts,
John Cena, the clean-cut, untouchable chosen one.
If you want some, come get some!
A decorated champion. A valiant in-ring competitor, and above all else, a man of the people. And after more than 2 decades in the spotlight, an icon who once set the standard of hustle, loyalty, and respect.
from Chicago, Illinois,
CM Punk. The loud, defiant voice of the voiceless. The rebel who was never meant to be king.
I've been the best ever since day one. There's one thing you're better at than I am, John, and that's kissing ass.
Raging against the system brought him adulation, but never enough to fill the hole deep within. His desire to sit alone atop the summit would lead to bitterness and resentment, self-destruction and banishment. But time changes everything. Yin becomes Yang. Yang becomes Yin. In an infinite dance, struggling to find harmony. Contrasting dualities, destined to be bound. And the battle in which these two have been endlessly engaged finds itself with new motivation.
That title has corrupted you. I've been the victim of an abusive relationship. Because all you've ever done there for 25 years is sit on your ass and watch me be great.
Instead of a graceful exit, John Cena, detached and disillusioned, has vowed to
ruin wrestling for everyone.
while CM Punk has returned from exile a beacon of hope and change. A new face for the company he once vowed to burn down. The balance has shifted. Light becomes shadow. Shadow now stands in the sun.
I have shut your mouth and beaten your best.
You can't beat me. When I'm at my best, you never could. I won the title. I left with the title. You're trying to follow in my footsteps.
I hate this idea that you're the best in the world. You're not. I'm the greatest of all time. The truth is, Punk, I'm jealous of you. I am jealous that you have conned these people into believing the myth that you're the best in the world. Remember who gave you the stage for your pipe bomb, pal? And what have you done with it since then, huh? Because you changed your values as much as I changed my t-shirts. You're just a loudmouth opportunist who will step on the necks of people who actually work hard if it gets you ahead.
The greatest of all time.
Night of Champions. Ball's in your court, hero.
The best in the world.
You can't see me? I see through you.
Yin and yang. Positioned once again upon opposing shores. For a final reckoning.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, a final reckoning tomorrow night at Night of Champions. John Cena will be a part of Friday Night SmackDown a bit later on tonight here in Riyadh, as will my guest at this time. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of the voiceless, the Second City Saint, CM Punk!
Saudi Arabia, Shukran.
So, ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk. I would like to start things off on a personal note and just say that I'm sad going into tomorrow. I've had the opportunity to be a soundtrack for this rivalry with you and John, and I'm going to miss it, but I know you guys are going to tear the house down tomorrow at Night of Champions.
This guy wants me to apologize for a mean tweet I wrote 6 years ago. Hey, listen. Legitimately had nothing to do with Saudi Arabia. I woke up and I was crabby and I wrote a mean tweet to The Miz. And I apologized to The Miz. And sir, what's your name? Mohammed? Here, watch out. I'm going to step right here. Mohammed, I sincerely apologize to you and all of Saudi Arabia. Okay? I am not perfect by any means. Sometimes, as human beings, we screw up. The beautiful thing is, everything is a lesson learned. And now here I am, and you have invited me to your country, and I am grateful to be here. Thank you very much. I, too, am a little bit sad because tomorrow night, arguably, I love you too, arguably, the greatest rival that I have ever had in my professional career, somebody that I call my wrestling soulmate, this chapter comes to an end tomorrow.
So, ladies and gentlemen, talking about the main event tomorrow night, there's a lot of interesting numbers coming into this event. It was 12 years ago that John Cena and CM Punk last went one-on-one for a championship. It was 13 years ago when CM Punk won his last championship in WWE by beating John Cena. And in their career, in one-on-one matchups, each man has 6 wins, 6 losses, and 1 draw. So it comes down to this tomorrow night. So much has been made about this whole yin and yang thing.
Well, I really don't know what to say. On television, I've beaten John 6 times. He's beaten me 6 times. This is the first time I will wrestle in Saudi Arabia. That's a big deal. And I understand that it is also a big deal that it is the last time John Cena will wrestle in Saudi Arabia. And I hear you. I hear you, Saudi Arabia. Some people cheer for me, some people boo. Some people boo John Cena and some people cheer. I understand. We both don't care as long as you're as passionate as you are right now and as you're as loud as you are right now. What you give to me, I give back to you tenfold. That's a promise.
It's weird because everything's come full circle in the last 12 years, and that's not lost on you. With that being said, how is tomorrow night going to be different from what we've seen out of you two in the past?
I think tomorrow night is going to be different because normally I would be able to capitalize on John Cena being a Boy Scout and always doing the right thing. And we've all seen his attitude change. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that anymore. There's things that I can't capitalize anymore. It's going to come down to who's more cutthroat and who wants it more.
And finally, ladies and gentlemen, last week on SmackDown, John Cena put CM Punk through a table, and he cut John Cena's version of the pipe bomb. Tonight, both Cena and Punk will be live on Friday Night SmackDown, and my question to you is this: what do you have planned for John Cena tonight?
Are you guys excited to see CM Punk on SmackDown tonight? I think why you love me is partly because I've always been unpredictable, and I think a lot of people assume that I'm gonna come out tonight and I'm gonna do my best to top the pipe bomb.
Wow.
I'm here to tell you, when you're ready to see me zig, I'm gonna zag. Tonight is gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be completely unexpected, but I think you're gonna like what I have in store for all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk! Ladies and gentlemen, what a great crowd, what a great afternoon. I want to remind everyone that Friday Night SmackDown is live from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, 8 p.m. local time. Normal time, 8 o'clock back in the States as well. Tomorrow, Night of Champions gets underway. 8 o'clock local, 1 o'clock East Coast, 10 o'clock West Coast in the States. For CM Punk, everyone here live in Riyadh, thank you for joining us on the kickoff to Night of Champions. I'll see you tonight on Friday Night SmackDown.